Do we have a party going on in here or what? October 6th, 2022. God bless you all. Thank you for joining me if you haven't already. Let's hit that notification bell so you know when I'm going live, dropping new content. We are back here on the TikTok platform as well. Huge shout out to everyone within this community. I really view it as a family. We just continue to grow our message. Very powerful, very important right now. Tonight, we are talking Elon, elections, and World War III. Pretty massive events taking place on the world stage. Let's break it all down tonight. We're going to go into it. First, let's take a look at our cryptocurrency prices, and then we'll get into the current events, folks. Thank you for joining me. God bless you all. Thank you so much. 20,000 is where Bitcoin is hanging out right now. 20K and 1,357. I feel like I'm having deja vu. Like this thing's just been moving sideways there, hanging in. Especially with Ethereum just hanging at that 1,300, XRP at 48 cents, battling that 50-cent level. I love to see XRP hanging out at this much higher price, just to be honest with you guys. Although it would be nice to be accumulating XRP at 25 cents, 3 for 1, that 33-cent level. We like that one too. You know, that's always interesting. But here's the deal with this space right now, guys. I'm going to show you guys the chart here in 1 second. Actually, I'll show you right now because I wanted to say this. Look at this chart here. You guys can see this, okay? That yellow line on the chart that I'm showing you right now is my average buy-in on my current Bitcoin short. So that level right there is at a 19,500 is my average buy-in on my Bitcoin short. I've made 2 entries. So out of the 2 entries, the average is 19.5, still holding a Bitcoin short. And the point that I want to make with you guys tonight, not financial advice, please don't follow my trades. This is not any way signals. For the short-term perspective right here, though, on where this market's moving, the scales are weighed to the downside. Short-term. Long-term, yes, I'm right there with all the bulls, everyone that understands the utility, this technology, absolutely. We are going to create generational wealth off of these utility cryptocurrencies that are going to change the financial system. Absolutely, right there with you. Massive bags of those utility cryptocurrencies. Absolutely. But in the meantime, we're going to hedge our bet because we have an incredibly long position, fat bags, utility cryptocurrencies. In the meantime, I'm hedging my bet with Bitcoin shorts. And yes, I'm short Bitcoin right now because we are going. The scales are weighted here to the downside. When you look at all the macro events, when you look at all the economic data, to the downside is where we go, in my opinion. But without further ado, let's get on into the current events. But I just want to throw that in there so you guys understand where this market's going. The scales of justice, right, are about to be reset. Let's get on into it. Tonight we're talking Elon, elections, World War III. If you like our content, if you appreciate our message, smash that thumbs up, hit the notification bell, and share this message with a friend. Let's get right on into it, guys. Biden. Wait. Huge shout out to Joe. Let's start out with Joe Biden. Then I'm going to show you Zelensky. Then we're going to see what the Kremlin has to say. And then we'll get into what Elon has to say as well. Incredible world stage events taking place. Let's start with the most important, our president, Joe Biden. Moment of silence. Putin, not joking about tactical nuclear weapons. Armageddon risk at highest level since Cuban Missile Crisis. We are at peak fear. Disclosed TV says just in nuclear Armageddon threat back for the first time since Kennedy in the Cuban Missile Crisis, Biden says at a fundraiser in New York City. So, our president here in the United States of America is warning us. He is sounding the alarm. We got some super chats. Fiji, 3 spot. Thank you. See you. Okay, if I missed the super chats, I do apologize. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat. We got 300 in the chat already. It's an absolute party. 8 o'clock here on the West Coast. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, nuclear Armageddon, peak fear. What does Zelensky have to say? Ukraine Zelensky calls on NATO to launch preemptive strikes against Russia to eliminate the possibility of a Russian nuclear strike. So how about that? Hey, I'm not going to interject my opinion. I'm just gonna read you guys the headline. Let's stay focused. Kremlin, Zelensky's comments in address to Australia's Lowy Institute on preventive strikes against Russia are a call to begin a nuclear war. How about that one? So the Kremlin saying that this is go time. We're about to send it. And wow. I mean, Zelensky and team, whoever else is working with him, supporting him, we know. Well, we all support him, right? We're all supposed to be supporting Ukraine and Zelensky and the cabal, I guess. I can't speak on it. I cannot speak on it. I'll tell you guys more in the Rumble session potentially. But let's see what Elon Musk has to say. Now, the complete shill of the military and industrial complex here in the United States, Lindsey Graham, says, with all due respect to Elon Musk, and I do respect him, I would suggest he needs to understand the facts of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Elon responds, assuming you believe that the will of the people matters, we should in any given conflict region support the will of those who live there. Most of Ukraine unequivocally wants to be a part of Ukraine, but some eastern portions have Russian majorities and prefer Russia. How about that? The will of the people winning out. I kind of think that's a nice idea. What else does Elon have to say? The Kiev Post says the Elon Musk situation is clearly getting out of hand, and it seems like pride and vanity play a behemoth role in his attempt to pose as an expert on Ukraine. Just stop, Elon. It's okay to admit that you overdid it. Just stop. Now, Elon Musk chimes in. He says, I'm a big fan of Ukraine, but not of World War III. Now, the reason why we're going to talk about Elon Musk tonight is because I think it's a critical moment in time that Elon stepping in on the world stage, playing his role. Groomed from a very young age, Elon Musk. Absolutely primed for this moment in time. Elon Musk is looking to overtake Twitter a month out from a United States election. Now, what did Elon Musk just say? The will of the people is what is most important. In any given conflict region, support the will of those who live there. How about that? How about that in the United States, where the people have said, we're tired of the censorship. Let us speak freely and be adults and have a conversation. I mean, goodness gracious, I'm just now back from TikTok after a week-long ban because people can't handle what we're talking about on this channel. What are you talking? I mean, well, I get it. I get it. I totally get it. And you know that we go so deep on another level that most people can't even comprehend. So, you know, we got to just keep it very simple right here. And I'd look to not interject too much on the deeper level on how far this goes, on calling out the names, the three-letter agencies, and tying it all together. The Rule by Secrecy book behind me, read it 10 years ago, and we've been studying this entity, this agenda, this evil for well over a decade. Well over a decade. And to see it come to this moment in time where Elon Musk is about to be taking control of Twitter, this is going to be a complete shakeup. One of the greatest transformations that we've gone through in probably a century since the Industrial Revolution. I mean, this technology that we're about to go through with blockchain technology and the people's will winning out through decentralized technology potentially, or are they going to use this technology for more centralization, complete control? We see the two agendas. We see the battle, good versus evil, some may call it. Call it what you want. Call it white hats, Elon versus bad actor, dark hats, whatever you want to call it. Does it matter? Does it matter? Because here, I'm about to show you another post, because this is where it gets interesting for me. I'm about to show you two pool connections. And people ask, well, who is pool? What does this matter? Why are you sharing this? My point is, it doesn't matter who pool is. The question is, how were these connections made so far in advance? How did we know their agenda so far in advance? Let's get into it. XRPL NFT shares this tweet with us. First pool warns us months in advance. Then a Russian nuclear submarine disappears in the past 72 hours. Then the US HHS buys up a ton of drugs for nuclear emergencies in the past 48 hours. And now Schwartz has minted a nuclear blast NFT, okay? So it looks like, yeah, Pool did warn us back there in February, okay? About the government website here showing people how to prepare for nuclear attacks. Then it's just reported that a Russian nuclear submarine armed with a doomsday weapon disappears from the Arctic Harbor report. Then we have HHS purchases drug for use in radiological and nuclear emergencies. And then we have David Schwartz minting this NFT here, Nuclear Blast, in the style of Vincent van Gogh. Joel Katz, David Schwartz. Huge shout out, CTO of Ripple. Always playing with us, always sending the signals. God bless David. Hey, but check out this one too. We have another interesting connection. The Harris motorcade involved in a crash today. What was said here today? Let me pull this up 1 second. Kamala Harris, today I'm heading to Lake Mead in Nevada to discuss the climate crisis and why we must make historic investments to not only create jobs, but preserve our planet for generations to come. And then I'm going to show you this next Mr. Poole tweet. Check this out. Wow. That's Lake Mead with a accident right there. And let me show you real quick where this tweet came from. June 27th, last year. June 27th last year was when this tweet was shared with us, okay? Now, that's what I'm talking about is people ask, well, who is Mr. Poole? Why does this matter? I'm not interested in who Mr. Poole is. This matters because how the hell has this account, this entity, this whoever they are, been years in advance warning us of the simulations that we're now going through? Remember what they said back in 2020? That 2020 was a test, one of many, and the simulations will continue. And now we have this huge scare, this huge World War III events, Armageddon's being thrown around, all these crazy terms, all massive distractions for no matter what happens, what scenarios play out, 100% financial sacrifice of the middle class and poor of this country. And this is how they are able to get out their agenda and completely succeed in their mission, is by wiping out the middle class of America that is independent. The middle class and poor that don't take the government handout. The working class that just figures it out, gets it done, and shows up every single day. I wanted to make a point here that for us, we have no fear, complete faith with massive action. Let me reread that. No fear. Through all of this that the mainstream media has us listening, we're listening to Zelensky act like a tough guy, little 5'0" Zelensky over there. Everyone has to support Ukraine. Sleepy, creepy Joe, what is he doing? Massive distractions. It's a joke at best, and it's absolutely sick at worst when you really go on how deep, what's really been happening. But at best, it's a joke. It's an absolute joke, mockery of the American people. But we have no fear. We're not falling for the distractions. We have complete faith, and we're taking massive action during this time right now. And this is why this is so important. This is why you guys are listening to this channel. I just heard someone say, oh, they commented down below, what is this? You just share tweets and give your hot take? Like, yeah, man, people want to understand what's happening and why it matters. And then what do we do about it? Which, show me another content creator that takes a Q&A session every single time they come on a live session for at least 15 minutes plus. Show me one other creator that does that every single time they put out a piece of content. Most of them ain't the real deal, and they've been faking it. Fake it till you make it is the motto of most of these fools out here. Not on this program, not on this channel. Make sure you smash that thumbs up and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of this content when we're going live. Jesus is King. Thank you for the super chat. The first will be the last will be the first. Yeah. See, this is the thing. The United States is about to be the last as far as the energy crisis, food crisis, all the situations hitting us. It's already breaking down. But as I've been saying, we're still enjoying the show. We still control on YouTube, make stupid little comments, while the rest of the world's trying to figure out, how do I get clean water? How do I feed my family? How do I heat my house? Am I going to have to sign up for the war? So it gives you a little bit of perspective. Maybe I should get my shit together and stop playing around. This is the program for the United States. Complete depletion of our strategic oil reserves. Lauren Boston, the fiat world is worried. I like that name. Lauren, thank you. The U.S. Strategic Oil Reserve has only 23 days of supply left, withdrawals over the last few months being reckless. What if the U.S. truly faces a crisis? And then on the back of that, Saudi Arabia raises oil prices for the U.S. market while lowering them for Europe. Now, the key part about this, guys, is that our allies have turned against us. Money talks, bullshit walks. Go woke, stay broke. They don't give a shit about the Green New Deal. What a joke. They are laughing. Saudi Arabia, OPEC Plus, as they cut production, raise prices on us Americans, lower them from Europe, which I like to see that. Good relief for Europe. I wonder what Europe's paying with, because what are they doing now? They're doing deals outside of the US reserve currency. Folks, it's coming back here to America. You better believe it. Let's take a look here. See, from Lance Lambert, this sums it up perfectly right here. What's about to occur. The Fed, in my view, is pretty much saying, number one, a sharp home price correction is possible. Number two, a sharp home price correction wouldn't cause an '08 foreclosure wave financial collapse. That's what they're saying. Number three, they don't care if home prices fall. That's the key point. They don't care if home prices fall, and they don't care if this US stock market gets absolutely smacked and cleaned out. They don't care. From Wall Street Silver, wealth destruction to continue. Excuse me. The combined value of the stock market and housing market is 319% of GDP. The median since 1970 has been 200%. This implies stock and housing market has another 40% to fall to get back to norm. Without cheap capital, we go even lower. Now, he is sharing this chart here from Nick Gurley, and I want to give a huge shout out to Nick Gurley. He is the gentleman, I was forgetting his name in my other live stream. Everyone should go check out his YouTube channel. He's the CEO and founder of Reventure Consulting, the #1 real estate channel on YouTube with over 3 million monthly views. And I am subscribed to Nick, and I do appreciate his content. I've been following all of his videos on the real estate data. Really great content, fire content when it comes to the real estate updates. But guys, let's go back here, take a look. Another 40% in the stock in the housing market. And the Fed doesn't care. The Fed does not care. They are ready to sacrifice the middle class and poor. They want to sacrifice the middle class and poor. See, many people wonder, well, how could they be this stupid? They're not stupid, guys. This is the agenda. We got to be careful on when we talk about this agenda, when we completely expose it all. But no, this is the plan. To get rid of the middle class poor, roll out their agenda, their order, the changing world order that we're experiencing, the battle underway. Who's going to be the victor? Comment down below. Let me know who you think. Does good win? Does evil triumph? Let me know down below. Speaking of evil, let's talk about Gary Gensler. This is absolute hilarious, and it's actually mockery to the American people as well. Looking to grow your small business. You'll need to raise money to do that, and our Office of the Advocate for Small Business Capital Formation at the SEC has tools and information to help you just do that. Well, first off, I'm here to say that you don't need capital to start your business. No, you do not. You need a commitment, and you need to start taking massive action. You can get it done. Without a dollar to your name, you can start your business. I know because I've done it. Okay, and you can too. But let's take a look at what Library had to say to Gary Gensler. Library case, you guys already know the deal. We're still waiting on the Library SEC ruling for their summary judgment. But what does Library has to respond here? Hi, Gary, do you have any information on how a small business might legally launch a public blockchain? That's right, Gary. We are still waiting. We are still waiting. We would love you to figure this out, give us clarity. And we know it's all part of the plan. We know it's all part of allowing the elite, allowing the old guard, the old world order to make it. Hey, guys, come along. Oh, by the way, here's the people that you want to partner up with. Their name's Ripple. There's a guy running the company named Brad Garlinghouse. Great guy. He'll help you. His team's incredible. They'll hold your hand. And if you want to learn about blockchain technology, go listen to me talk about it at MIT. I'm a real good guy. You know, this is Gary Gensler, right? And just another actor on the world stage playing his part. We've positioned ourselves absolutely perfectly. So as long as they want to stall out the SEC Ripple versus lawsuit, the SEC versus Library case, go ahead. We just continue to accumulate, pack our bags, and we're prepared for the takeoff that is about to occur. Now, Mr. I says we are taking down the SEC. Huge shout out to Mr. Intuitive. And I want to say that, yes, we're not only taking down the SEC, we're taking down this old world order, this cabal. If you know, you know. Now, for many people, you're just getting tapped into how evil these people are. And it's being completely exposed just in the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. I'm not even talking about the crazy stuff, man. This is just on pure government corruption, pay to play, monopoly, mafia ran government in the United States. We're here to fix it all. We're here to take it down. Absolutely, Mr. I. On this show and others, you already know the deal. We're going to be calling it out the whole way through. Huge shout out to the XRP army for standing up, not only for XRP, the whole crypto community space, but the XRP community's tapped in on a different level for sure. So our time is coming. Digital asset investor, huge shout out. What if Ripple SEC settlement involves XRP escrow agreement overseen by the Treasury? Gary leaves the SEC for the Treasury after settlement. What if? Great question. And the rumors on the street is that Gary Gensler is looking to position himself to take over the Treasury Department. He's looking for that spot at the Treasury. He's going to leave the SEC. That's the rumor, word on the street in the DC situation. But what have we seen? We've seen Ripple have multiple members of the Treasury Department leave Ripple to go to the Treasury or leave Treasury to come to Ripple, right? So many ties to the White Houses of the last 5 administrations, literally. Every single administration for the last 5 years, we have connections. 2 lawyers. They were formerly the director of enforcement at the SEC. And I forget what her name was, Mary Jo White. I forget what position she held at the SEC, but top SEC officials representing Ripple in the SEC versus Ripple lawsuit. How the hell is that possible, right? How is it possible that they are able to get so many connections to all of these presidents, all these White House administrations? Every single bank and institution that matters has sat down at the table at the bare minimum. Whether they've partnered up with Ripple, whether they've adopted XRP, they've sat down at the table. And that tells you something versus 99% of the cryptocurrencies in this space that couldn't get these institutions to pick up the phone. This is what we're here for. DII says, this agreement being overseen by the Treasury Department. This is the big what if in this Ripple versus SEC lawsuit. Is there going to be a deal done with Ripple and our Treasury or Fed? We know that Trump shake things up. He kind of moved the Federal Reserve within the jurisdiction of the Treasury Department, made the Fed less of an independent organization, which now you're seeing that, right? Now you're seeing that. What we're witnessing right now, I want to make this point, is that the Fed pivot is the only way we chill until the election. Understand that. The reason why we just pumped up to 20K for Bitcoin, stocks are still falling off, but the reason why we're still hanging in there for right now is because, one, they're dumping that strategic petroleum reserve. We showed you guys that. That's one way that they're keeping things up, okay? The Federal Reserve is basically just sticking to the plan, and now they're kind of throwing out the rumor that they're going to reverse, that they're going to pivot, and just the rumor alone is getting the market to kind of hang in there. After this election cycle, though, it's all fair game for them to just let this thing go. So the only way that we chill until the election is if they pivot or if they get the market to think they're going to pivot between now and that election cycle. After that election, they're going to let this thing go. They're absolutely going to let this thing go. Because like I've showed you guys, they don't care. The plan is to wipe us out. It's not that they're going to say, oh, shoot, we really messed up. We inflated, our balance sheet went to $9 trillion. It doubled over the last 2 years from about $4 trillion to over $9 trillion for the Fed balance sheet. We injected over it was like a third of the money supply of the US dollar got injected over the last 2 years. And now we're going to start to raise interest rates way too quickly, completely imploding the markets, and the debt markets are completely imploding right now, from the biggest corporations to pension funds going bust to governments not being able to service their debt. And it's not, oh darn, we kind of missed it on this one. No, guys, this is the plan. They're not stupid. This is the plan the whole time. My speculation, my theory is that yes, they have done a deal with Ripple, that there is some sort of deal with Ripple. I don't know about a buyback deal, but I do believe that they're going to get some of that escrow, that they've worked out. Hey, we believe that this could be a good reserve currency to have on our balance sheet. We could actually make sure that our CBDC is interoperable with the XRP ledger. Like, not even necessarily that it's going to be built on the XRP ledger, but just so that it has interoperability. We see the importance, we see the role that you guys are building right here for wholesale payments. We're going to build our retail CBDC, right? But then we don't want to lose our, this is the only way that we don't lose our status when it comes to the world, when it comes to the trade wars that are basically breaking down. You guys are seeing that our allies are, Saudi Arabia was our allies, but now they're raising gas prices for Americans, dropping them from Europe, which, you know, thankfully Europe's finally getting some relief, I guess. Hopefully you guys are prepared over there, right? It's going to be an interesting situation over this winter. But in my opinion, this is the only way that the Western financial world, the Federal Reserve and such entities are able to maintain that power that they had up until now. That's the only way that they can do this, is to garner some sort of deal with Ripple for that escrow account. Some. Do they need all of it? No. 10 billion to the United States Treasury Department, I think would do us well. See, as an American, I'm hoping for that. I want that to be done. That would be good for us. We got to clean up this whole system. $30 trillion in debt, hundreds of trillions of dollars of unfunded government liabilities. We got to figure this thing out. The US government, paper fiat currency, we got to reset it. We got to revalue it. We got to restructure it. Let's talk about what we can do, what we can use to actually reset our currency, reset our whole economy. That's going to be precious metals like gold, and it's going to be assets, digital commodities like XRP. Continuing on. How's your program working out for Binance BNB chain? Due to irregular activity, we're temporarily pausing BSC. We apologize for the inconvenience and will provide further updates here. Thank you for your patience and understanding. Fubar on Twitter says, somebody on BNB just got hacked for 2 million BNB, 600 million US dollars. The attacker is spewing funds across liquidity pools and utilizing every bridge they can to get to safer chains. Complete chaos on the chain. Okay, so they have stolen over 600 million US dollars worth of BNB. One of the largest hacks in cryptocurrency history. Further justification for regulatory clarity, for rules for cryptocurrency. BitBoy Crypto, I saw that he tweeted out tonight that this is going to be an opportunity for Sam Bankman-Fried to push basically the rules that Sam Bankman-Fried and that kind of alliance is forming, I guess I'll call it that, which is basically BitBoy Crypto is saying that Sam Bankman-Fried, the owner and founder of FTX Exchange, and he's basically invested in like the whole crypto space, basically one of the key pillars within the cryptocurrency space that's been built up until now. Sam Bankman-Fried and everything that he's been doing. He's basically saying that Sam Bankman-Fried is going to be in favor of these bit licenses that is going to basically, you're only going to be able to run a cryptocurrency exchange and do the deals if you get certain licensing. And it's going to be kind of a pay-to-play, corrupt sort of deal. It's basically what BitBoy's saying in simple terms, right? Nonetheless, this opportunity, this hack, once again, gives us a chance to say, how's your program working out? Not that we want to see people lose money, which is why we talk about, getting yourself some cold storage, making sure that your cryptocurrency is secure, that you have your keys, right? We don't trust any of these exchanges, but we got to take this opportunity to say, how's your program working out? How is the Binance Smart Chain working out? They have to shut down the whole network because we have one of the biggest hacks in cryptocurrency space taking place. And I hope that they're able to figure it out. I hope that we get this done. But this just shows that we do got to figure this out. We got to get the regulations set. And a lot of these cryptocurrency programs, as you're seeing, not a program that I'm looking to invest in, not financial advice, but that's just me being kind, being friendly. Now, Stefan Huber says, I think the crazylibrary.com, that's the library token, right? SEC versus library. The delay is a very good sign that the judge must have some serious doubts on the SEC government arguments. Library says, so maybe justice delayed is justice after all. Yeah, I think that it is a good sign as well. If it was a clear-cut case, the ruling would have already been made. They're already late, the judge, in the SEC versus library final summary judgment ruling. That's what it is. They're late. They've missed their deadline. Why would they have missed their deadline unless something's in the works? Unless the SEC says, hey, judge, can you kind of pull, they pull his coat, say, give us a little bit of time here. We got to crash things first. Can you let us crash the markets first before we roll out cryptocurrency regulations? That's our plan. That's our plan. Stall this thing out a little bit for us, okay? Because why the hell else would they not, have already ruled on that, okay? Just like the Ripple versus SEC lawsuit, coming to major points within that case. Quick case update. I don't have the article here. Huge shout out to James Phelan, all the lawyers that are covering this for us. But James Phelan shared that, yes, the SEC has opposed the amicus briefs from TapJet and iRemit. The SEC doesn't want anyone bringing forth more evidence against the case that they're making. They're trying to say that it's interjecting, basically evidence late into the discovery period. They just don't want anyone else showing that there is true utility outside of Ripple, that Ripple does not control XRP, that people just want to use the open permissionless decentralized ledger that actually works, no downtime in 10 years, completely flawless from a function scalability standpoint, figured out payments first, the smart contracts utilities coming in, you already know what the deal is. We are so excited for this. Now, check this out. XRP Darren, Fame21 more on Twitter, shared this once again. This is something that came out months ago, but it's a great reminder that XRP is Sharia compliant. This is so important. We were just talking about how Saudi Arabia raising oil prices on America, dropping them from Europe, and now we see that XRP is Sharia compliant. This is going to further allow adoption in that Middle East region. This is so important. And if you look on down here below, this person says, this is a quote from this report, quote, XRP is the native token and is tended to act as a bridge between hard to match fiat currencies. As such, the XRP token has a Sharia compliant utility and can be deemed Sharia compliant. This is ready to be the bridge currency for the whole damn world. Doesn't matter what God you believe in. Doesn't matter what race, religion, sex, creed, color, whatever. It doesn't matter. It works. Like I said at the beginning of the show, money talks, bullshit walks. People don't care. Does the program work out? Does the deal get done? Can you help my business? That's all people care about at the end of the day. And especially as we are getting completely wiped out by a financial tsunami, complete collapse. Okay, so that was an important reminder. We also need to do a reminder on the XRP ledger transactions can now be initiated offline. Not even a blackout can pause the XRP ledger. This is shared once again by Jack the Rippler. This is an oldie but a goodie, and we need to remind everyone as we talk about Elon, elections, World War III, scare events, simulations will continue. Let's see how the XRP ledger is ready to function. Check this out. So let me move here, let me move there, and then you guys can see this article right here. So XRP Labs is showing XPOP proof of payments as presented by Richard at the Apex Development Summit, and this was back in October, at the beginning of October. And XPOP generates an animated QR containing everything needed for offline XRP ledger transaction proof, vending, casinos, etc. So offline utility for the XRP ledger is here. So I wanted to say, what assets, what currencies, what do you have? What resources, what essentials do you have for blackout barter? That's what I'm going to call it. When the lights go out, when the systems go down, when the banks aren't working, all the time my bank app doesn't work. When I'm trying to go see what my balance is, move some money around, half the time it's not even working. And now we see here that they've prepared XRP for everything, including offline exchange. And what do you got for blackout barter? Because whether the lights go off for 10 days, whether we are without internet for 5, as you're seeing, Elon Musk, another key point, bringing it back to Elon, is beaming down internet from low Earth orbit, low Earth space, Maybe he's at the top of the dome. I don't know exactly where Elon's satellites are at, but apparently they're shooting down the internet down to the earth there. And he's turning on the internet for Ukraine, for Iran. And I love to see that, man. This is incredible. This technology beaming down the internet, tapping in the whole world to this financial system, going to bring so many people on, and it's going to create that level playing field across the world. All that we want to see is that these systems are used for good and that they don't use this for complete centralization, complete control. But nonetheless, we're seeing the XRP ledger getting the deal completely open source, permissionless, decentralized, and offline barter, ready to roll, proof of payments. And the beta, I think, is already out for the public. And I'm not sure if this is completely already live or not. But what I was going to say is that I want to do a deep dive on the recent developments for the XRP ledger, because not only have we had the NFT updates, there was another smart contracts amendment. We see here proof of payments. And so it's not only, I need to go back and watch. I will probably be going to the next developer summit, the Apex Development Summit that is basically put on for the XRP community every year in Vegas. I'm going to be going to that next year for sure. But I want to do a deep dive covering all the recent developments on the XRP ledger, and then what some of these other, companies, projects. XRP Labs right here is basically just a group of developers building on top of the XRP ledger, have nothing to do with Ripple. Beautiful thing to see. But we need to do a deep dive on that. So I'm hoping over the next month or so, very busy right now, and you guys know I'm trying to pump out the most up-to-date current events, relevant content. But when I get a chance, I think it's gonna be important to do a deep dive on the development for the XRP ledger. But that will be coming, okay? So let's also take a look here, wrap this up. Let's talk about XRP potential. It is, as Crypto Rand says right here, is XRP loading a moonshot to make everyone cry? I don't know. It's going to do something that makes the rest of the space look absolutely silly. And I do believe that XRP holders are going to be crying tears of joy, as well as also not knowing what to do, trying to offload your little exit strategy. It's going to be complete chaos. And then the XRP haters are going to be running us down in the streets. They're going to be so mad at us when we're proven right about this thing. And then once again, they'll be struggling too, because all of the XRP haters, they all have that little XRP moon bag. Of course they have a little XRP moon bag, but they're going to sell off at $5 because XRP is only used by Ripple to create, to basically make the founders rich. That's what some TikTok kid said. Well, actually, he's actually an older guy. He's older than me. Some TikTok guy, he tagged me in some BS post that he made about suggesting, literally speaking as if it was financial advice, saying that you would be better off to go get a college degree versus investing in XRP. Imagine how stupid that is. To be so bold too. And these guys, they want to hate on us because we have conviction in what we invest in. We know what we hold. We've done decades of research. And they want to hate on us because we speak with conviction about this thing. But then they go and they make the most ridiculous claims. The XRP is only used by Ripple to make the founders rich. That's what he said. And then he proceeds to say that you should get a college degree versus invest in XRP, which I'm not here to knock the college degree. Absolutely. Depending on what degree you're getting, it's important. But you can also figure it out. You can also run real businesses like I do. Well, this creator, I know, was doing pay to play, paid promotion. And if you're shilling, you're broke. If you're shilling, you don't got a real business. See, it's one thing to have little affiliates. Oh, you go. I got affiliates in the link down below. You want to get a wallet, you want to use my exchange, affiliates, cool. That's the only business these guys have ever ran. These guys are not legit. They're not real. They're fake. And they can run their little mouse on TikTok and act like they are real estate investors. He's always talking like he's some big real estate guy. Like, bro, if you're some big hitter, why are you taking money from shit coins? Because you're broke. And then you want to tell me that it's ridiculous that we're invested in and have so much conviction into something that we've been researching here for years. We have more connections than you can even remember. And you want to shill us a college degree versus investing in the reserve currency of the new financial system that's going to be a bridge asset to the whole internet of value, ready to settle trillions of dollars per day, while all you do is show Cardano and shitcoins and fake flex real estate deals and take pennies to show shitcoins. This is what I'm up against. And so I'm sorry I get fired up about it. But you guys can, I'm real. I run real, but I don't do this shit. These guys are a joke, all of them. And I've called them all out. I went live with all of them. I played nice with all of them. But as soon as I said, no, that's enough. When you scam your audience, when you scam your Discord community, when you're part of the largest rug pull of 2021, $2.6 million. Sorry, Crypto Knights, I have to call you out on that. Sorry, guys. You got paid 6 figures to promote it. That's not going to fly, guys. We can't do that to this is a community that we're trying to build. We're trying to help people actually make it. Trying to take a deep breath. Hey, huge shout to everyone. Let's take a sip of an adult beverage or something cold. Let's take a moment to take a deep breath, relax, and understand that we've positioned ourselves perfectly. So with or without them, we got, see, this is the thing. These guys, it's so funny. They think that we are just sitting on 500 XRP and hoping and praying that we create generational wealth. Now, are there XRP influencers popping out of the woodworks that are saying ridiculous things, that are saying that you only need 100 XRP for generational wealth, and the XRP is absolutely going to $500 this November when ISO turns on? Yeah. Those aren't the real players. You guys know who the real ones are. There's a few. There's a decent amount in the XRP community that are real players, that have done real deals, that aren't on that bullshit. But it just amazes me to hear these guys, what they have to say to us. And it's so ridiculous. No, we're running real businesses, real cash flow. In the meantime, we are already creating generational wealth, building assets that are indestructible, will be doing just fine during a recession. Revenues hitting all-time high during a recession. How's that possible? While you guys are going into hiding because you're seeing the SEC go after Kim Kardashian and you guys are thinking, oh shit, they might actually come for us. We didn't make millions of dollars, but we made us a little cute bag, got us a little cute chain, rented a couple little girlfriends and one little Lambo. Sorry, I just have too much fun calling these guys out on their BS. Let's take a sip of the adult beverage and relax and chill. And I see we got massive super chats coming through too. Huge shout out to the community. God bless you all. I didn't mean to rant so much tonight on these guys, but it's so funny to me. Zach, could I ask you a 20-second question tomorrow? I don't know where you're at, eFog. If you're in the Discord group, for sure, hit me up. If you're in Patreon, you can message me there. And if not, you can just email me at my website. ZachRichter.com is where you can find everything, okay? I know that I missed a couple other. Fiji, thank you for the super chat. Okay, thank you. And if I missed any others, I do apologize. Let's continue. Let's keep it rolling. Let's get right on into the rest of this update, and then I will continue ranting. Actually, I was basically already done. I just had one more bullish XRP thread to show you guys. So that was basically all of the current events and articles that we had to get through, but I got one last one for you. The one says, someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it, man. Someone's got to call out the bullshit and actually help the people, which is why I started my TikTok channel last year. That's why I had to get this thing going. I said, what the heck is going on this app, man? As far as cryptocurrency, this is crazy. We just hit it hard, and here we are back on TikTok live tonight, okay? Let's wrap up with one last thread from EG Reg Crypto. XRP quick update, price $13 to $27 in this cycle. If we consider that the top of Bitcoin and Ethereum was already in November 2021, then Bitcoin has hit the fib of 1.618 and ETH hit the fib of the 1414. In comparison with XRP performance, XRP should have reached $13 to $27. Now, let's not get tied up on the exact numbers. Let's focus that if we weren't in this lawsuit, we would have gone from 7 at the most conservative, 7 is the most conservative estimates that I'm seeing from all of the TA guys. Okay. And then the $30 price point, basically $7 to $33, right in there, is right where we're primed to go after this lawsuit is done. On this initial breakout pump, the targets are anywhere from $7 to $33. Now, okay, he's showing us the thread here. Bitcoin hit the fib 1618, Ethereum hit the fib 1414. We can take a look at those charts. That's fantastic. And then XRP should have hit the 141 fib, which takes us to $13. And the 1616 compared to Bitcoin takes us to $27. Okay. So right there, guys, we are so primed for breakout. And like I said, no fear, complete faith with massive action right now for us. We went through the whole show here talking about Elon, talking about Joe Biden telling us that this is, getting out of hand and he's going to do something about it, to Zelensky saying it's time for preemptive strikes, to, Gary Gensler and the SEC playing games, touting, taking down Kim Kardashian. And then in the meantime, the 401ks slaughtered. Real estate markets absolutely getting hammered. And then let's move on down to how do we feed our family? How do we heat our homes? You guys are seeing that situation as we roll on into winter, as Saudi Arabia announces that they're going to raise prices on the United States, the poor United States American citizens, and then they're dropping them for Europe. On the back end of that, you guys see what deals are being done, what the new financial system's ready to run on, what assets can reset, restructure the system. That would be gold, silver, precious metals, commodities, resources with real utility, digital commodities like XRP and a few other cryptocurrencies keep us interested. We are watching what they're doing. And as long as they keep this stalled out, as long as we're in this situation, we will continue to take our massive action moving forward, 100% faith that our actions, our strategies have been proven in the previous transfers of wealth, and they will once again work out in the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. I appreciate all of you guys for tuning in tonight. Let's take a couple questions from the chat. I appreciate everyone joining me tonight. We're back on TikTok tonight. I want to make sure that I didn't miss any of my points here tonight. One last point that I wanted to make on Bitcoin. For the Bitcoin people that think that we need to be holding Bitcoin and that are talking about market cap, when I was talking about the scales, way bearish. When we talk about the market factors, everything on this macroeconomic situation, everyone's excited. Everyone thinks that we've bottomed out and we're about to go. And I'm just saying here that the scales are overweighted to the downside. We got further to go. Okay. And people talk about Bitcoin and they talk about it going to six figures. They talk about it going to $1 million. And for me, I just want to ask, are we still using dial-up? And what's the market cap of dial-up? So people want to talk about market cap, bro. The market cap of XRP would be at $5 trillion at whatever it is. At $100, it would be $5 trillion would be the market cap. And we just simply say, brother, my friend, please go look at how much Swift settles every single day. Go look at how big the derivatives market is. Go look at the size of the trade finance market, $19 trillion. Go look at the Nostra Vostra accounts, $30 trillion. Go look at, and they want to bring up, that would be the total size of all of the stocks and bonds combined. And it's like, well, yeah, what is the market cap of the infrastructure that's ready to run all of those markets? That's what we're talking about replacing. It's not going to be backed by US dollar. It's not going to be a pair with USD. The bridge currency is going to be XRP, that underlying utility. So are we still using dial-up? Because to me, this is where we're at. If the technology's outdated, irrelevant, and it's been replaced, are we still using it? What's the market cap of Bitcoin? Because you guys want to tell me that Bitcoin's going to go to $1 million. Well, that's an easy market cap calculation to do. And with Bitcoin, the market cap calculation actually applies better to Bitcoin versus an underlying utility like XRP, because Bitcoin is more like a traditional stock store of value. So when we look and we see that the market cap of gold is at about 10 trillion, give or take. I don't know what the current market cap of gold is at, but it's been about 10 trillion. And we saw that Bitcoin only made it to 1 trillion last bull run. So for 500K Bitcoin, we would basically have to hit that market cap of 10 trillion, right? Give or take, right? Don't beat me up on those numbers, on those calculations. Give or take. That's crazy. That's crazy to talk about Bitcoin actually hitting those prices because there's no underlying utility. There's no settlement. It's literally people taking their money and parking it there. But in conclusion, guys, we're going to stay tapped in. I do want to say that I think it's incredible timing. Elon Musk taking over Twitter. I'm interested to see if he's able to get this deal done before the elections. Regardless, mass distractions, chaos before the elections. After the elections, I think they just let everything go. Complete crash in the stocks. I think it's going to be completely worse. And I don't see them actually pivoting until the beginning of next year, until potentially even the spring or summer of next year. I don't think that the Fed is concerned at all about watching stocks collapse, about watching real estate collapse, even corporate debt markets freezing up, even pension funds going bust. I don't think that they're concerned. I really don't. No. I think that this is all part of wiping out the middle class and the poor, creating that two-tier society, and then they'll roll out the CBDCs with complete control, finish off their agenda. That's what we're up against. That's why we're own assets that are outside of that system. Assets that they would need to reset, restructure that system. Now, there's a couple kids on TikTok, on the YouTubes, wherever you're getting your information that'll say that it's, going to be Polygon-matic, that it's going to be Cardano. I don't have anything against Cardano. I mean, it's all right. I like Charles a lot, okay? And I'm not here to hate on any of these other cryptocurrencies. I just think that when these guys come at us, they don't know. See, they quickly learn that we're serious players over here. That we're not just holding 1,000 XRP, hoping and praying. No, real businesses. Never had to do a deal, never had to shill one project. We stay true to the people. And every single update, we bring content every single day to try to help people take advantage of this great transfer of wealth that we're witnessing right now. I want my community to come up with me. I don't want to make my money off of scamming, off of rug pulls, off of shilling shit to my community that I don't believe in. I would never do that. But that's their deal. They're going to have to take that up with their maker, with someone. That's their vibe. And we see how that program's worked out. It's failing, not only for their communities, but for them as well. Now, I appreciate everyone for joining me over here. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you smash that thumbs up. I would greatly appreciate that. And let's do rapid fire Q&A to wrap up this session, to enjoy our adult beverage and to say, God bless everyone in this community for keeping it real, staying directly over the target through the chaos, through the distractions, and we are going to make it through to the other side, and it's just going to be truly incredible. Not only taking care of our families, taking care of our communities, our church, and making this world a better place. God bless you all. Okay. Cheers to everyone for joining me tonight. Thank you so much. Let's take a few questions. Grateful to have found this opportunity. Thank you, Christy. Zach, will XRP pull back? Jemmy, yes, I do believe that we could see another 40-50% for all of the cryptocurrencies, including XRP. Good question, Jemmy. Thank you. Huge shout out to Jemmy. Still think we see 25 cent XRP? Yes, we can definitely go down another 50%, which would bring us to about 25 to 30 cent level. I'm not holding my breath. I'm not waiting. I've already acquired my bag. I've already hit my targets. And I'm now looking at going into other cryptocurrencies on this next move down. But you guys know me. I've already told you guys many times in the last few live sessions, my cash on the sidelines, primarily ready for real estate. That's my current situation. Stacked big bags of crypto, went all in over the last 2 to 3 years. Very irresponsible, probably degenerate. But now we have a family. Now we got to do a deal. Now we got to get a family house. So that's the deal there. And absolutely excited to get the real estate portfolio going during this bear market collapse, real estate pullback. It's going to be So, and here's the deal: is I'm not even worried too much about how much the prices pull back. I do think that that's coming, but it's just about building a real team. I know that if you build a real team, you bring real value, you will win in business. So it's the same strategies that I'm bringing to real estate, the ones that already made me successful in my other businesses. Shane McLaughlin, thank you for the 589. Love your show. God bless you in this community. What is your thoughts on Corium? They don't get me too excited, but I haven't done too much research. I should probably look into that closer, Shane. I will definitely take a look at that for you, Shane. I appreciate you. I saw that I did miss one. Darlings Epoxy Solutions, thank you for the 2-spot. Huge shout out to the YouTube family, TikTok. I appreciate Chris with the panda. Thank you for the gifts, super chats. All the support means the world to me, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, let's have ourselves a little party. Thoughts on Casper? Haven't taken too close of a look. Probably should, which is kind of my answer for 99% of cryptos. Haven't taken a look, but probably should. You sound like Alex Becker's brother. LOL, that's funny. Feast of Tabernacles, will that be the collapse? See, I've already made my case, right? Let's bring it back to my analysis. I've already made my case for why I think that the crash is going to occur before the elections. You guys are seeing that? We have 3 days until the Feast of Tabernacles. We just went through the Yom Kippur pump, and what did we say? Last month, we can pump into Yom Kippur, and if we do, wait for that collapse into the Feast of Tabernacles. We're watching this closely, holding a Bitcoin short, not financial advice. Absolutely be ready to snipe the deals if we go down lower. And if it doesn't happen now, it's going to happen later. If it doesn't happen during the Feast of Tabernacles, it will happen. So I'm not like 100% hell-bent on my prediction being right that the crash occurs and concludes during the Feast of Tabernacles. I don't care. I mean, it'd be kind of cool because I'd be able to troll back at Barstool Sports and all the haters. That'd be kind of fun, but it doesn't really matter to me. The point that matters is understanding the overall structure and where we will go. Just a matter of when, not if. 100% conviction in that. Like I said, the Fed pivot that is being rumored right now isn't even real yet, but that would be the only way that they keep this thing afloat until the election, and then after the election, they have nothing to lose. Especially if it's a massive red wave, and especially if they look and they understand that, well, yeah, Mr. Donald Trump is, got a plan. Probably shouldn't speak on that. He's got a little plan. I think, obviously coming back as president in 2024, I would bet everything on that. Doesn't matter if you like him or hate him. Doesn't matter what your opinion is on Trump. It's just how the world stage events will roll out. Elon's going to take over Twitter. Trump's going to become president again. Just how it's going to work out. We don't get emotional about it. Hey, Zach, what is Swift Go? Have you heard of it? It's just updated messaging for Swift. It's nothing spectacular. It's not a competitor to XRP. It doesn't actually do settlement. I believe it's just kind of real-time messaging. It just updates their messaging, I believe is all it does. Swift Go. What are your thoughts on Electronium? I can't remember if I have a little bag of Electronium or not. I think I might have dumped it. I had a small bag at one time. Interesting. It'll go when XRP goes, but I actually haven't done too much research on it. I think you missed my serious question, Zuvar. Let me take a look here. Sorry, guys, if I'm missing the questions are flying here quickly. What's your thought? I'll try to go rapid fire. There is no pivot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is that they're not going to pivot. Before the election, we're going down. Guys, the full moon energy is coming in right at the beginning of the Feast of Tabernacles, August 9th. Absolutely. Even if they do another full moon fake out pump like they did in September, we'll add to our short positions, and then we go into back-to-back eclipses. It's going to be truly incredible. But let me be clear. After we get through this, we go generational wealth pumps. So it's not doom and gloom. We're here crying because our bags are down 50, 75%. We've been absolutely destroyed. No, we're too busy running real businesses, making real deals, building real teams, getting something done, not just bitching and complaining about it. We're just taking massive action every single day, 100% faith. I think everything gets smashed one more time, 40, 50%. Some astrologers predicting a breakup of the U.S. red states versus blue states. There's people that think that that's coming in soon. I think that it might come in later. There's interesting let me say this. Let me just keep this simple. Agenda 2030 is what they talk about, what they tell us, right? That's the agenda 2030. But if you go out another decade or so to 2032, 2033, that's going to be in the next decade, guys. See, this is the thing. As I continue to say, there's over a dozen different scenarios that are going to potentially play out, and you prepare for all of those scenarios in the same way. It's just a debate of, is it coming tomorrow, next month, next year, 10 years from now? What do you do about it? Well, it's everything that we talk about on this show every single night. Smash that thumbs up if you appreciate what we're doing. World War III questions. Yeah. Dex. Yeah. Good. Elon. Yeah. See, like I said, we want to have assets. Blackout barter is what we are preparing for. On top of that, I just seen more, well, I can't even talk about, see, there's some things I just can't talk about. Let's just stay off some of those topics I can't talk about. Mr. Poole has been warning of nuke blast for years at this point. Johnny Ripple, good point. So for me, I don't think that we're going to have, well, this is a sensitive topic. Here we go again. Who did Nord Stream 2? Is Putin going to launch the nuke? Is it going to be a three-letter agency? We can't talk about this. I can't give my opinion on our country getting into another war, being involved in some other country's affairs. Can we please bring our troops home? We are freaking bankrupt. Let's get out of other people's business. Let's fix our own issues. We got veterans dying in the streets. We got to, well, I can't talk about it. God bless our troops. And we got other countries that are moving 100% against us. That is a fact. We do have enemies. But we also create enemies every single day with what they're using our military for, with what they use our currency for, what they use their financial payment system for. SWIFT. Oh, we're kicking you off SWIFT. Oh, we're freezing your bank accounts. Russia says, okay, well, turn off the pipeline. We go blow it up. It's like, well, we already turned it off. See, and this is where the scare events, hopefully we don't get that scenario, right? The absolute nuke. Hopefully we don't get that. But there is talks of small nuclear devices. And I wanted to make this point too. My mentor, Dan Pena, says that he believes Putin is going to use basically smaller tactical nukes in Ukraine. That's what he says. That's what he predicts. He's still got military sources. I still listen to everything that Dan puts out because he's absolutely tapped in and he's done deals for 50 plus years and still has military sources. Still has sources to the highest levels of every single entity that matters in this reality, in this world. Well, he predicted basically at the end of last year when this whole thing was starting out, when the war started in February, that Putin would eventually have to use some small attack nukes. Now, what I've been saying since February is that this is false flag season. And is it going to be Putin? Is it going to be somebody else? Bad actors? Doesn't matter. It's just our hopes and prayers is that they don't go that far with it, right? That they don't go and take it to those levels. But they are willing to do some bad things to good people, aren't they? And we'll just leave it at that. I can't talk about some of these topics, so sensitive. And in America, you guys see what the deal is. No one is allowed to question our country. We're just supposed to blindly follow our country into another war, which for me, I'm not going to be part of that. I still fly my flag. I still say, God bless our troops. But I just say, let's bring them home and let's get out of the Middle East and everyone else's business. We got a lot of issues to fix here. We got a lot that we need to secure here in the states of America. And we're bust. We're bankrupt. We simply cannot afford it. Even if we wanted to be the policemen of the world, and we're such good guys and gals in all 100 different countries, we can't afford to do it anymore. JJ10 spot. Appreciate that. Thank you. My dude has the keys. He has incorporated all the keys you need to be successful, plus the ability to correctly use the keys. He is clearly one of the initiated. I don't know how to say that. No, well, first off, I'm not Freemason. I'm not Illuminati. Will never sell my soul, but I've studied these entities, I've studied these groups, I've studied these agendas for well over a decade, like I've said, right? And here's the deal. I don't, you know, I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of my family. In every single situation, I do what's right. I know that God's watching me. I know that I will be judged. And I know that I have my own conscience that I have to live with. So in every single situation, I'm going to do the right thing. And then focus on servicing and thanking God for the opportunity to service the world, service my community, service my family, and help do something positive in this crazy reality, very dark, dark agenda that we work against. Yeah. And I'll just leave it at that. God bless you all. I will say, well, no, I can't talk about that. You guys get me off topic. You guys send me down rabbit holes that I'm not supposed to be going down. God bless you guys. I love you guys so much with all your guys' comments. I can't talk about some of these people. I'm just hanging out, catching a vibe. All these people telling me, if you would know what you're talking about with Freemasons, you would know that they don't sell their soul. Okay. That's yeah. Okay. I know. I've had conversations. Leave it at that. I will leave it at that. You guys are trying to get me to go where I'm not supposed to go. What are we talking about? Just got in. Current events, cryptocurrency, what economic data is going to impact us most, and confirms the market crash is imminent. And we're in an interesting moment in time where we have multiple cycles converging right now in this moment in time. So we have complete chaos before our elections. My most recent video on TikTok, getting some decent traction, talking about the 80-year war cycle. It's just one of the war cycles that's converging right now every 80 years. But see, you got to understand that it's more. The energy right now, pretty incredible. Yeah, it's basically all happening right now between now and the next year or two. We have the start of a 40-year bull market cycle. And then we also have that demographic cycle matches up with it perfectly as well. So 1982 was the beginning of the bull run after we went through the 70s inflationary period, right? 1982 started the baby boomer generation, hit peak spending. So that's the demographic cycle that coincided with the beginning of that massive bull run, the biggest bull run that we've seen in the United States. Go 40 years back from there is 1942. Takes you 10 years after we bottomed out in 1932. After the 1929 crash that took us into the Great Depression, took us into the Great Depression that lasted over 10 years. We didn't get back out of that till 2042. That's that 40-year cycle right there once again. Demographics match up once again with 2022. We have the millennial generation hitting peak spending. So what am I looking to do? Buy a house for the family. Start a real estate portfolio, start my investment portfolio, get a little something going on. Hitting peak earning, that brings us to peak spending, brings us into a bull run, cryptocurrency technology. This party's going to be really fun. Because not only have we been studying all of the traditional asset classes that ran our economy up until this point over the last 100 years, as far as precious metals, real estate, stocks, bonds, equity. You know, we can invest in multiple different asset classes. But now we have this new asset class, digital commodities. And in my opinion, there's a little cryptocurrency called XRP that is the most important, most valuable digital commodity in existence. Not financial advice. Keep it going. You are XRP savior, Stu. Appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. I'm just watching some comments here. Dex says the real sauce happens on Discord. Huge shout out to Dex. Appreciate you, brother. Yeah. So if you guys are looking to get access to our Discord group, you got to go sign up for the Patreon, and you got to go sign up for the QFS Society tier. Top tier gets you into the Discord access. The 589 tier is a support membership tier. Okay. If you want to give me a coffee, if you want to give me a cold adult beverage per month to support the channel, independent media group here, no paid shill, none of that activity taking place here. Independently, completely supported by you guys and you guys alone. I appreciate you guys so much. You can head on over to Patreon, sign up for the 5 spot if you want to support the channel. And then that top tier QFS Society, we still have spots open. We are still accepting members into our Discord group if you're looking to join our family of like-minded individuals doing investment, research, understanding how these events are going to play out and what do we do about it. And it does, you know, it is nice to be able to speak unfiltered, uncensored, speak your, you know, have a real adult conversation over in the Discord group. Originally why we started it over a year ago. And it's just grown into an incredible group of like-minded individuals who are completely tapped in, so over the target on every single level. And then in that group, you're going to get direct access to not only the community that brings a tremendous amount of value themselves, but that's where you're going to get direct access to me every single day, answering direct messages, responses. And then every week we do a Discord weekly live call on Saturdays. That's exclusive to the Discord members. And then it's just an abundance of resources of information over there to help people get caught up to speed if you're new to cryptocurrency. And then if you're advanced, you already have some wealth, you already got a little something going on. We talk about more advanced strategies for building and preserving wealth in there as well. The last thing I'm going to mention is if you're looking to roll over your 401k, your IRA, your retirement account into precious metals, head on over to my website. At the very top, you're going to see a link, Precious Metals. You can get in touch with my people. There are minimum requirements. Get in, check it out, see what they have to offer for you. If you're looking to roll over, get out of the stocks that have been completely getting smashed, and maybe take a look at allocating some of your retirement 401k to precious metals. You can do that with my partner over there at my website, top link, Precious Metals. Get in touch with the people, see what they have to offer. You guys are absolutely amazing, though. You guys have been helping me so much in growing this community, smashing that thumbs up, hitting that notification bell so that you don't miss anything. You got to hit that notification bell, guys. YouTube is going to let you know, hopefully, most of the time, right? And then also, if you want to get tapped in, you can go to my website and sign up for our newsletter as well. Sign up for the newsletter at the website, zachrichter.com. Yeah, I'm done shilling. Thank you, guys. What's TikTok working with? It's been a minute since we've done the lives. An hour and 13 minutes on the clock. Let's take some few more questions here. TikTok, what are you guys working with? It's a pleasure to be with you guys again here. I'm trying to be nice and kind and not offend anyone. Do the TikTok dance because we don't want to get taken down. Oh, man. We will be having a Rumble session here soon, though, because you guys know that I just want to let it fly. We are well overdue for a Rumble session. I will let you guys know when that's scheduled. Would love to join your Discord, but your 2 mid-levels are sold out. Reopen, please. AK Warrior, I will let you know if we do any sales, but we really are not. It's not like a program that we're running sales on. So right now, the top tier is $45 a month. And if you're looking to get access, it's there for you at the website, zachrichter.com. But I can promise you that we are working every single day to bring the most amount of value to that community. We got a team behind me that helps me run and fulfill bringing value to the community. And then we have the community that has plenty of big hitters, plenty of people that are tapped in that bring additional value to that community as well. So it's an investment in yourself, and it is a way to support our channel, our team, and the business that we're building over here. And I greatly appreciate all of the support. We've been running the Discord group for well over a year. What about World War III? The crash will happen 1 week before the election. Yeah, anytime between now and the election, we're prepared for chaos to just be rampant. Mass distractions. TikTok, what do we work? I'm going to go rapid fire. I'm just going to stay locked in on TikTok right here. Remember that we got YouTube as well with us. YouTube, thank you so much. But I want to show a little bit of TikTok love because it's been a while. Is it true the judge overruled the SEC? No, we're waiting. Well, yes. We do get the Hinman documents. Yes, that's true. What about World War III? Your thoughts? I pray for peace. Prepare for the worst, pray for the best. That's what we do. We prepare for the worst, we pray for something better. That's our strategy. My little one is doing fantastic. Absolutely fantastic, yes. Yeah, thank God, guys. We're just in an incredible place. Thank God we got health, building wealth, and just so thankful for the opportunity. What about Chainlink and Swift? I've already addressed it a couple times. Doesn't matter. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say is it doesn't matter. Jay Clayton joined MasterCard. Is that true? I didn't see that. Explain why you're not about HBAR, because I've never seen any institution that matters that's holding HBAR or using HBAR for anything. Sorry if that was a little harsh. I don't care about government council, government membership. Are you using the token? Do you need the token? That's what I want to know. Thoughts on the Fed? What about the Fed? TikTok, what are we working with? I'm trying to stay locked in with you guys. Okay, Dude Crypto asks, Zachary, which is my full name, why isn't XRP at an all new time high if it's being purchased more than ever before? It's still being suppressed, and it's still moving with the overall cryptocurrency space right now. What we're waiting for is after this lawsuit, we're going to see complete decoupling. And we've already seen hints of decoupling from the rest of the market too. So just remember that. That's all that matters, is that we continue to see while the rest of the market's down, sideways, doing nothing, XRP's been going on massive pumps out of nowhere. That's all you need to see. That's all you need to know to confirm. That and the massive whale purchases that have been taking place as well. Now, price is a distraction, so many people who don't understand that get wrapped up in the daily movements of this coin. Market maker magicians are in control of XRP. When it's time to let it go, they will let it go. Don't get upset. Well, see, here's the thing. You got a battle. You're impatient. You're in a tough spot. I get it. I have sympathy, right? But this is why we talk about, while they've stalled us out, while they've held us from creating our generational wealth off XRP, we're running businesses. We're building real estate teams to help us invest and build a real estate portfolio. Investing in precious metals, investing in other assets. Okay, we're diversified amongst the asset classes. Midterms postponed due to black swan event potential. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Anything's at play right now, guys. What have you done to change your life? What'd you do to change your life today? What'd you do to move your business forward today? What essentials prepping did you get done today? What plants did you start in your garden today? I titled this video Elon, Elections, and World War III because I want to get attention, right? And we're going to talk about that. We talk about why it matters, though. And then what the hell do we need to be doing right now? We need to be staying focused. Yeah, they can set off a nuke. Okay. But in the meantime, we got to act as if they're not going to. We got to act as if, we got to focus on what we can change. Am I going to be able to stop the nuke from going off? No. But am I going to be able to control whether or not my family can heat their house, can feed ourselves with good food, good organic food? Gosh, organic fruit is crazy. And they lie about what true organic is right now, too. They're doing all sorts of crazy stuff with our food. I'm trying to give my little princess the best. That's expensive, right? So what did you do today? What are you going to do tomorrow? Right? Yesterday, today, now in the past. What are we going to do tomorrow? Are we going to start a side hustle? Get our income up? What connections are we building in real estate to take advantage of the real estate market crashing over the next year or two? What are we doing right now to prepare ourselves? Have you met with your accountant? You have 3 months to change your tax scenario, to change your tax situation. If you've been making some money, you've been getting some deals done, you got a tax bill that you've generated. Now, I know some of you guys don't pay the IRS, you're going to go do that deal. Good luck, God bless. I love it, love it, love it. IRS is completely criminal. We should completely get rid of them. Absolutely. In the meantime, I'm paying my taxes and I got a plan with my accountant, and I'm rolling out the same plan as Trump, Elon, Bezos, and every other rich elite family for the last century, how they've avoided taxes. You invest in the asset classes that are heavily tax favored, and then you run businesses where you can write off half your life just because every day you're conducting your business. Everything, all my time is spent with my business and my family. So, very simple life. Very simple tax strategy. That's the thing. Yeah, although I think the IRS is corrupt, criminal, we need to get rid of them, and we pay way too much in taxes. If you follow the tax code as it's written, you pay no taxes. If you do what the rich do, the tax code was written by the rich, for the rich, you implement those strategies, you don't pay taxes. You don't have to spend time complaining about the IRS. I'm not worried about their 87,000 agents because I'm following the tax code where I don't have to pay anything. In the meantime, I would love to support reducing the IRS, getting rid of the IRS, restructuring the US dollar, and fixing this country on 100 other issues. But in the meantime, like I said, we got to feed our families. I wish they would teach this stuff in school. That's why we're doing it. That's why I spend so much time here after giving my update, hanging out with you guys, answering your questions, just freestyling, rolling with the flow, and dropping it, laying down game, knowledge, facts for you guys. While these other guys went into hiding this year. They went into hiding. They were shilling new projects every week. Oh, it's this NFT project. Oh, this new token. Oh, this new meme coin. Now they're into hiding. Oh, now I'm just doing what I've done in every bear market, dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin and Ethereum. How's that program working out? It's been an absolute pleasure with you guys tonight. The Titanic was a trap by JP Morgan and sank on purpose to start the Federal Reserve. Digital, you know what's up. This group knows what's up. Okay, everyone smash that thumbs up. TikTok, appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys followed on TikTok. Hit that notification bell on YouTube so you know when we're going live. You can catch all of the updates. We're trying to get a lot better about scheduling them out in advance so we can run up a massive party in the live sessions. I appreciate you guys as always. It's all over at the website, zacrector.com. God bless you all. Stay safe, and let's continue to watch these world stage events take place as we take advantage of the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. I love all you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Goodbye. TikTok, thank you guys. See you guys tomorrow.